So what we're going to do to finish off, Alastair, is, as we said, is just to reflect, and we've done a reflection on every day.
Yeah.
So I think things are going in, and as you started off early doors, you feel fairly and seem fairly comfortable with all the stuff to do, running your business, from the marketing to the selling to the doing to the admin. So, hopefully the 3 days has helped just try and put a little bit more structure.
Yeah.
But as I say, you only would have picked up a few takeaways from each session. So, maybe just, what is your, what's your takeaway of the few days? I mean, it's only been a few days. You've done your work with Carl. What's your assessment and how do you feel right now?
Curry was the best.
No, this week.
Yeah, just how you felt generally about things. From the overview of the business and our values, the session with Paul, the session with me, with Jackie today, Michelle. Yeah, it's just good to get a feeling for how you feel about things and some of the key things that you took away, really.
It's given me a lot of confidence, a lot of information. I don't feel as though I've missed anything or I've not been told anything. I don't feel there's any great gaps in what I need to know at this point.
Yeah.
More of it will come with experience, but I feel as though I've been given, excuse the pun, the tools last week and this week on both sides, from hands-on to the rest of it, to help me do the job. I really do.
And of all the sessions, was there anything that really has sort of stuck out as something actually? That's really something I do need to remember. Whether it's on the sales side, the marketing side, or
sales definitely. And if you're not selling to the customer, you're encouraging them to buy and pointing out the way to deal with customers, the right way to deal with customers, and be personable. I think a lot of things I know I had within me, and it's been confirmed that is the way to operate.
Yep.
So it's been a bit of a confirmation of how I should operate, which is nice. Yeah. I could have been completely wrong. Could have been quite arrogant.
You get
that's how I should do it.
And sort of improve correct.
It could have been completely off the mark, but no, I'm on the right track. I've got a good feel for all the different aspects of running a business. Yeah, the core values, the smart, safe, sincere, all those bits.
Good. That's sinking in slowly.
It just makes a lot of sense. That's the best thing. I've not gone away thinking, oh my god, I haven't got a clue what that's about. That's just gone. That's away. I'm drowning in information.
No, and you shouldn't do. I mean, quite often people do feel a bit overloaded, and while they appreciate it, when it actually comes to sit down in the cold light of day, sometimes things do go a bit cold. But that's where again we just say pick up the phone and we'll just talk it through. But you've got Ricky and Carl, genuinely, pull on their experiences, and the rest of the guys. So you've been given access to the Lockforce Facebook group.
Yeah.
So again, you can post things on there. They, not us, but they will give you access to the WhatsApp group because we can't see that. That's a little. And look, you will find there's bitching and moaning going on in between times, and it's the way it is. People sometimes need to
vent,
to do it. But what we do ask is just look, if it's something more than just venting, and it is important, just pick up the phone, and talk things through. And we had a little glitch yesterday where people started getting a bit arsey about something that happened. We just said, just pick up the phone, just talk to us. I mean, we've covered it off now, but the problem out there in the field is you get a couple of things said, and then one person says something to somebody, and it ends up being a little bit like Chinese whispers, send reinforcements, we're going, that type of thing. So no, look, so just, but I genuinely say that the guys out in the Lockforce team are genuinely great, and they do seem to support each other amazingly well.
And support from last week to this week, I feel as though I'm supported. That's a really nice feeling to have, to be going out in this big wide venture. So I'm not doing it on my own as such. I'm doing it well supported, genuinely supported, not.
Yeah, and that's what sets. I think that's why I think franchising is so good, and not just being my franchisor. I just believe in the entrepreneurship of things, but I also understand people like to be part of something. Knowing that there's somebody there to phone call, support, help, redesign something, listen to a phone call, whatever it is. But you just can't be shy about it. Just ask about it. We will feed it back to you for the first few weeks, And it's like riding a bike. We feel the stabilisers are gradually coming off, and gradually those calls will become less and less. As in scheduled calls.
Yeah.
The call could come through any time, but that's why if things start going back the other way, it's just to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone to me, Jackie, Paul, whoever it is. Gail will be less and less of your point of contact, but Gail likes to just understand that things are settling in well. But once this a week or two, then it's going to be Jackie. So just remember, Jackie's your point of contact, really, but I will be for a while as well. Paul will be a bit more in the background because again the onboarding has happened, so Paul sits back a little bit and he's now tasked. He's tasked now to try and find more people. And it's not easy finding new franchisees, not the right caliber. So we have to keep that process moving. Same as you're trying to find customers.
Yeah.
We have to constantly find customers. It's a process that keeps going and never stops.
And we probably mentioned yesterday, you are 1 in 100. If we would have talked to roughly 100 people, it's probably a bit less than that, 75 or 80, before we get to a point where we've got somebody in training.
Despite through last week and this week, no matter how it is a lot of information, it's quite nerve-wracking. You've got anxiety, the feeling that constantly comes through with excitement to want to do the job. That always surfaces like, oh, it's wow, this is this, I've got to be doing this. That always comes to the top. So it's never disappeared and thought, nah, bit off my virtue, I'm chucking this. Day 4 last Thursday now, none of that came through. Like day 2 this week, it's getting heavy now. What else can I do? Well, I don't think I can do this.
No, really, you shouldn't. Because I'll tell you now, I mean, there's always, people always in business look at the other side and the grass is greener. I'd love to have his business, that sounds so easy. And again, having sat round the table with so many business owners, you look at their business and go, oh, I'd love to work. And they're looking across you saying, I wish I had your business. And it's like, because it always sounds easier. But every single person that's been in business and done it successfully has gone through all the stuff that you're going to go through. And you will go through the psychological journey now. You are now on the tip of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
You're on the high bit at the top.
Another bit in the roller coaster.
The last bit, over the edge.
So we look at looking at the areas. You talked about core values. Read the detailed bits. I think it's important. We've talked about smart, safe, sincere. This roller coaster journey. Just accept it. It is going to be.
Go with it.
Absolutely. And then we talked about small margins. That horse race. It's not about being that much better. It's just tiny bits of difference go a long way. And the bit that we talk about, you never fail. You learn to win. And you will. I mean, I'm just starting a little marketing campaign now in the locksmith business for you guys, and I don't know whether it's going to work or not. If I don't try it, I won't know.
Yeah.
If I try it and it works, it's a tick in the box. If I don't, you roll it up and you
move
on to the next one. Yeah, absolutely. So sales yesterday afternoon, you talked about it's talking to the customers, disarming the honest.
Yeah,
was a word we've used many times. Really useful. And then the thing about accepting that you're never the cheapest, and telling the customer you're never the cheapest.
And if you are, there's probably something wrong.
Yeah, that's very, very true. But early doors, I think Carl is absolutely right. Early doors, it doesn't really matter. But once you start getting that, okay, now I'm doing jobs, I'm feeling it. You will need to reappraise it, but you'll reappraise it probably every 6 months. If you're not reappraising your pricing and your costings every few months, then again you're probably not thinking enough about your business. Because it's actually increasing your prices as you need to is part of your multiplier effect. Notwithstanding upselling and stuff like that. Marketing, we covered it off a little bit this morning. Key messages for marketing.
Obviously the pillars of marketing and the ones that are going to work for me at the top of the order.
Yeah, three or four,
Google
5 at
sales,
most.
natural listings, pay-per-click, and work our way down there.
Yep, very much so.
Understanding those pillars and using them to my best strength. Try and get
numbers being important. So if you can track it,
Yeah.
you can deal with it and do something to manage it.
Yep. No, very much so. How did it go with Jackie this morning, the ops system?
Brilliant. Yeah, I've spent quite a lot of time at work at PD dealing and developing operation systems to do with processing orders through that. So I had to manage that for a while, and so I had a good input on how operation systems work and processing invoice, purchasing orders, etc. So I had a good handle on that, but I'd say that system is really, really good. Makes someone I was dealing with look.
Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear.
Stupid. Very, very user friendly. Really user friendly.
No, well, that and the only reason it's as user friendly as it is because we have listened to feedback.
Right.
More from the other side of the business than the locks. The lockies now are beginning to give us feedback. So again, give feedback, and we can change and manoeuvre it. We can't build a system for every individual technician's personal wishes, but if we hear the feedback and we think, no, I can totally see that, or there's enough feedback of the same, then we just go, right, build it into the next upgrade. But it is a great system, and where that system comes into its own is when we talk about looking at numbers and trying to understand business, not just for our benefit. The stats are there. If you're having to look through an invoice book, you just can't do it. You cannot. The numbers are just not at the forefront of your mind. So that is really, really important. So do work with it and see how it goes. Ricky uses it all the time. Carl's pretty much using it all the time. One or two of the older guys are doing it bit and bit, but the process is now you will start using it because that's the way we want it done. That's just the way we operate. So everyone needs to go the same way. So that's good. Jackie's very, very good on the ops system, very, very good on customer care generally. So, and then with Michelle this morning, finance.
Yeah, that was good as well. Yeah, learning, getting the card system up and running and tapping for my receipts, and great work collating all the receipts and putting them into a format.
Yeah, you mentioned card machine. Again, I don't know if it was reiterated or whether you picked it up, Paul, but that credit card machine obviously makes things convenient for customers, and good for you, to be honest. So while there's a fee to pay for collecting that money, if it's a cheque or cash, you're either going to spend it and not record it, or have to go to the bank anyway. But you'll be amazed how much pressure it takes off a customer when they know they can pay by credit card.
I nearly always mention it in my calls. I didn't in the call that we listened to yesterday. I don't think I mentioned it, but I obviously didn't think I needed to because it was the kind of customer that it didn't matter to. But it does make a big difference. Certainly more so in the pest control, because we're dealing with a broader spectrum of society typically. But you will be selling a higher value product typically on each visit than the pest controllers do. So, as Sean said, drop it in there. Oh, and you can pay by card.
Yeah. Genuinely, some people still think services have to be paid by cash there and then. And actually, when you think about it, I mean, the guys will talk about how quiet it goes just leading up to payday and things pick up after payday.
Yeah.
Because people are thinking end of the month I can't afford it. That's a real eye opener for me. That brings you back down to real life a little bit. But as Paul, if people say, "Oh, I can pay on a credit card," that means it doesn't matter when payday is because they get 30, 60, 56 days credit.
Yeah.
So
you get your money.
Yeah, you get the money quicker. Yeah.
And I genuinely, I've heard it, and the guys will talk about, "Oh, you take credit cards? Yeah, great. When can we do it?" type of thing. So
the other thing that we haven't investigated yet, that perhaps we should, is that we should get guys looking at PayPal, because you can accept PayPal gift with no cost. So if people wanted to pay by PayPal gift, then you should look at that.
How does that work?
Same as PayPal, but it doesn't fall under the PayPal fees structure because you don't get the PayPal buyer protection. It's called friends and family, I think, or gift.
Alright.
Have a look at it.
That's PayPal's for.
Because a lot of people are getting more used to PayPal now.
I do most of the stuff. Well, my wife's ordering something, and instead of, can I pay by PayPal? Yeah, it's linked to my card. Yeah, bang, just do it.
You saw Siam's thing with Facebook are bringing their own version out.
Yeah, it's the world. So you would have heard of Bitcoin and stuff like that. cryptocurrency seems to be the way that